girl. Hey, girl.
Hey, melanin dripping, sweet candy coated honey bar, good looking. The way how you moving, put me in a mood, I'm glad to see you. Your waistline on the baseline, so attractive, I wanna be a captive. I see a smile on your face now, so beautiful, I know you're original.
So come push back on me, I wanna see if you got good chemistry. And come wind up on me, don't hold back, y'all, just be free. I love how you dance and show off, show off. You have my attention, girl, you're sweet off. Dance to me, baby, step out, step out. Just keep it moving, cause we still grooving. I love how you dance and show off, show off. You have my attention, girl, you're sweet off. Dance to me, baby, step out, step out. Just keep it moving, cause we still grooving. Cause we still grooving. Cause we still grooving. Cause we still grooving.
Come talk to me, girl. Classy and intelligent, are you run the world? I let you sit face to face. Know your feet detention, just had to mention. Your brown eyes, shining bright, so gorgeous and glowing like sunlight. Hear your voice, angelic high, so amazing, I wanna keep this going.
So come push back on me, I wanna see if you got good chemistry. Come wind up on me, don't hold back, y'all, just be free. I love how you dance and show off, show off. You have my attention, girl, you're sweet off. Dance for me, baby, step out, step out. Just keep it moving, cause we still grooving. I love how you dance and show off, show off. You have my attention, girl, you're sweet off. Dance for me, baby, step out, step out. Just keep it moving, cause we still grooving. Cause we still grooving. Cause we still grooving. Cause we still grooving.
Hey, 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 girl, I wanna take you home with me.
And hey, 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 girl, show you good energy, yeah.
Hey, 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 girl, I wanna treat you right, you see, you see, you see.
Hey, 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 yeah, girl. So come wind back for me, I wanna see if we got good chemistry. And come wind up on me, don't hold back, y'all, just be free. I love how you dance and show off, show off. You have my attention, girl, you're sweet off. Dance for me, baby, step out, step out. Just keep it moving, cause we're still grooving. I love how you dance and show off, show off. You have my attention, girl, you're sweet off. Dance for me, baby, step out, step out. Just keep it moving, cause we're still grooving. I love how you dance and you have my attention. And dance for me, baby. Just keep it moving, cause we're still grooving. I love how you dance and show off, show off. You have my attention. And dance for me, baby, step out, step out. Keep it moving, we're still grooving. Cause we're still grooving. Step out, step out. Hey.
Anybody ever told ya what a woman really is? If you ever get the moment, show them how much they give. You're a shoulder I can cry on, arms I can embrace. Is to hear my deepest thoughts, protect her night and day. You are mother, sister, daughter, nieces, aunties, wives. You are amazing, cause you have given life. You are mother, sister, daughter, nieces, aunties, wives. all amazing. I try to describe you are woman. Yes, you are, yes, you are, you are woman. Yes, you are, yes, you are, you are woman. Yes, you are, yes, you are, you are woman. Yes, you are, yes, you are.
You have birthed the nations, a nurturer you are. You bless us with your wisdom, and you tended every scar. You have found me broken, you have shown me light. You ignited all my passions, and loved me through the night. You are mother, sister, daughter, nieces, aunties, wives. You are all amazing, cause you have given life. You are mother, sister, daughter, nieces, aunties, wives. You are all amazing. I try to describe you are woman. Yes, you are, yes, you are, you are woman. Yes, you are, yes, you are, you are woman. Yes, you are, yes, you are, you are woman. Yes, you are, yes, you are.
To be a woman is to be blessed with unparalleled intuition, to be powerful, power independent of place or position. To be a woman is to be a mother, giving birth to sons and daughters, ideas, institutions, and business ventures. To be a woman is to be the current inspiration, the future aspiration of a young lady, of a little girl.
You're a masterpiece of harmony, a melody of life. You're a gem, a diamond flower in spring, you're one of a kind. You're a masterpiece of harmony, a melody of life. You're an African queen flower in spring, you're one of a kind. You are mother, sister, daughter, nieces, aunties, wives. So you are amazing. I try to describe you are woman. Yes, you are, yes, you are, you are woman. Yes, you are, yes, you are, you are woman. Yes, you are, yes, you are, you are woman. You are woman. You are woman. You are. Yes, you are, yes, you are. You are woman. You are woman. So you are woman. Hey. And when obstacles manifest as natural, you are born for this.
To be a woman is to be the heart of the system, to be the one who brings life into our world.
Never thought of falling in love again. No, never. But my heart's been stolen again. This time, hope it lasts forever. We'll go beyond, 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 beyond.
It's been a while now since love's been in this place. You see, many have tried, but no one could take your place, girl. Why you so beautiful? I see the future in your face, baby. Never in a million years I thought that you'd be mine, girl. That you'd be mine, girl. Never thought I would fall.
No, never. But my heart's
We keep going and growing, girl. The best thing is knowing, girl. Cause when we KISSING, all I can say is OMG. My love in my life, you make all things right, baby. I trust you, girl, with my life. I don't want nobody but you. I'ma put my ring on you. Never thought I'd no, never. Ooh, baby. Again. This time, hope it lasts forever. We'll go beyond. We will go so far. Beyond. Beyond. Looking for a thing. Yeah, you'll always find what you're looking for, and you ain't looking for a thing. Never thought I, no, never. Ooh, baby, been stolen again. This time, hope it lasts forever. You hope, baby. Forever, girl. I hope it lasts forever, girl. Hey, 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 hey. We will go, baby. We will go, baby. Ooh, we will go, baby. We will go so far, baby. I hope it lasts forever, baby.
Warning. What you are about to hear goes against traditional romantic counsel expressed by friends, family, and Instagram memes and quotes. Open-mindedness is advised.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, people of all ages, and welcome to another edition of the Senate Podcast. I am your host, Neil. As always, I'm joined by my brother from another mother and your host, Derek. And together, we are combining like Voltron. We both formed the head. I don't know who's listening to Wu-Tang, but yes, we formed the head, and we are here to talk the things with another episode of the Senate Podcast. Now, before we get into the pleasantries, of course, we have to introduce. And trust me, he deserves a horn because he's very good at what he does. He is a no, I list this. I just let you know, I purposely list your accolades on the flyer. You are a husband, a father, and then the vocal drummer for G-Syndicate. We have Brett Linton. He was with us on Tuesday, but we decided, because he was giving such insight, and some women were behind the scenes saying, they like the insight that Brett was giving and stuff like that. So we decided to bring back Brett so he could talk the things Especially, we married men in this space. Contrary to popular belief, we don't. We would not have a problem talking to a man that is married. So, Brett, how you doing? How you going, my brother? How is everything? How is the family? How is the son? How's life? They might invite stress into your life. No horns. Mm. Jeez, that is a milestone. You gotta get a horn. You gotta give. Well, if you would allow it, a horn. Yeah. So that is a trust and believe, brother man. Trust and believe. You talking to two fathers. That is a milestone. Every step of the way is gonna be a milestone for you. Enjoy the journey. Enjoy the ride. Hold on tight, because just know they can be 7 and give you back chat. And you're gonna be looking to put them back inside the belly and saying, get rid of this here. But anyhow, Derek, my brother, how are you doing? How is everything? Who can hear you? Oh, let me see something here. So, well, I'm glad. Well, there you go. That's my fault. That is my fault. So let's start again. Let's start again. Right. So Brett, you're a husband, a father. You are a vocal drummer for G-Syndicate, the premier acapella group of the Western Hemisphere. I say all the time, right? Don't mind all of the, got drums, as my mom says. Yes. So Brett, they heard us talking, but they didn't hear y'all talking. So tell us how is life. Tell us about the milestone that you just said. Tell us about wifey. Just give us that download again.
Yeah, as I was saying just now, wifey and I have been together for a very long time. This is a new chapter, obviously, with the birth of our son, Micah. Micah actually turned 1 month old today. So there's the milestone right there.
And that's a big one. So that's a big one.
But we still can't believe that is a month already. 4 weeks past, just like that.
Yep.
Imagine 5 weeks ago he wasn't here. He's here for a whole month.
Oh, and he's gonna be there in full force. As I was saying,
we raise him right. He's only here for 18 years, and then
but here's the thing, Brett. No, I would have known you more so around the peripheral for a very long time. You're an idiot. I know your wife a lot because she went because we all went to school together.
Yeah, she went QC. Yeah,
she an idiot and you an idiot, and by how we just add up the numbers, if two non-idiots produce a child, the child ain't gonna be an idiot. So
it's true. The math equates.
Yeah. That's good grades. And Derek Marshall, how are you, my brother? How is everything? How is life?
I can't show at all. Happy to be here with two good friends. So yeah, man, this is a special show for me. I am here. I am well. The usual thing. Went work, went to the plantation, put in a solid day, then went to the gym and working there too. So yeah, man, I feeling good. I'm ready to rock here tonight as usual, doing the Lord's work.
The Lord's work.
Yeah, the Lord's work. Amen. Hallelujah.
Thanks God. Thanks God.
Thank God.
Yeah, man. What's going on with you, Hoyt?
I good. Just like you guys, I look forward to this show. I always love having conversation with other men, particularly men that are married, that are going through it. That I just love this space. I love doing it with you, Derek. I love having people like Brett on, people like Ross on, any guests that come on. Shoot. We even got to shout out one of our contributors, Erica. I don't know if she's in the chat tonight, but Erica, today is your birthday. Thank you so much for rocking with us.
It's true. Erica's birthday.
Happy birthday. If my calculations serve me correct, this is a very big birthday for you too. But congratulations on reaching that milestone, and keep trucking, keep on trucking. I know you want to spend it with us. I would really like to see in the chat say that you spend it with us, but I understand if you got things going on in your life. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we have 2 members of G-Syndicate. Now, this is extra special for me because, especially since I spent the whole day editing these men virtual concert and their music is stuck in my head on repeat. It is a privilege to have 2 men here on the set from the premier acapella group of the Western Hemisphere. We ain't gonna talk about the East Coast. We ain't know nothing about out there. We gonna talk about Crosshair, and we know that these men here, these men are talented men of a very talented group. So either of y'all can go ahead and let us know about G-Syndicate, where to find y'all and what's coming. Well,
I turn it over to the guest tonight.
Okay.
I was gonna say you do such a good job every week, you know.
He sure can responsibilities, bro. He sure can.
I allow you to continue. I would just chime in here or there. Well, you could take it over.
All right, no problem. You can find us gsyndicate6.com, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, G-Syndicate6, and Instagram, G-Syndicate6 as well, but you got to spell it the 6. Somebody felt that they like the account more than us, so to give you a little hat.
Bad-minded people.
Yeah.
Bad mind.
Yeah, we working on it to get back to the normal thing, you know what I mean? But we coming there, so check us out, man. As Nia said, the virtual show will be coming very soon.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Wrong thing. Virtual show coming soon, so look out for that as well, right? So yeah, let me crank.
Yes, sir. So now for everybody, and this is some of my voices Derek would like to say. Every Tuesday and Thursday before the live stream, we come to talk the things. Derek usually goes on our social media platforms, especially Facebook. You could check us out there, give us a follow, the Senate Podcast on Facebook. Derek usually posts essentially what we're going to be talking about in the next edition. That is to let you guys know what's coming and also to get the conversation going. And if y'all want to get on the comments and talk the things, y'all could do that. This obviously is no different. Tonight, guys, we are going to be talking about the chaos theory. We're going to be talking about what should men look for in determining whether or not to stay in a relationship. Now, as Derek and I has told you all around our anniversary, we done with the straight bowling, we pelting. Because we talking the things, we can get a little rough, we can have more difficult conversation. And this is one of them that I feel, hard or soft, it's going to be divisive. People are going to have their own opinions. I had a very interesting conversation today with a close friend of mine, and we got to talking about, very oddly enough, Brett's comments on Tuesday, speaking about a partnership and how it was like, Brett says a partnership, there is submission in there, and a lot of people do believe it's a partnership, but partnership, is not like business. It's not a business partnership, because a business partnership looks very different. Anyhow, conversation aside, Brett's words aside, because he has many more words, I am sure, tonight. Derek, my brother, lead us in sermon tonight. You usually go with a very, you usually give us a sermon before we get into it. So
you ready about this? No.
Yeah. Well, folks, as they come in, do the YouTube thing, hit the like button.
That's the offering.
Button.
The offering. Offering.
That's the offering. Put the saying in plate.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
On the way in, hit the like button and that kind of thing. So fellas, on Tuesday, we talked about the ladies who were overtly cantankerous, aggressive, and combative. But tonight, I want us to discuss the flip side, the other side of the coin, right? Those women, because it is necessary for us men to understand what we're dealing with in our relationships with women. Here go. Tonight, I want us to look at I want us to look at the concept of the chaos theory, particularly within the context of a relationship. But we got a video to watch, so if you can get the video on screen.
Yeah.
Yeah, I bring the videos for you guys.
Brett boy, I don't know how I don't know how the man treat y'all, right? But the man is decades on the man been treating me rough. For real.
Yeah, no. He don't want it back with me neither. He don't want it back. He's a different. Derek is Derek,
Yeah.
It's true.
For real.
As Julius Caesar said, constant as a northern star.
Let me get this here on screen now. You get this.
Yeah. What's one thing you learned from all the married men in your life?
All right.
I'll go first.
A woman will come into your life and add one of two things, either value or chaos, and there is no middle ground. And OG told me that many men unknowingly stay in toxic situations because they are only conditioned to view chaos as overt, such as loud, argumentative, combative, and insufferable. But many men don't understand that chaos can be very subtle, And the subtleties of chaos include unchecked emotional instability or baggage, relationship sabotage or self-sabotage, and the big one, manipulation. When you use the chaos versus value metric, it's easy for you to discern where her efforts truly lie in your life. Are her efforts aligned with creating the best version of herself for your relationship, or are her efforts aligned with creating disturbances to your peace? And when you discern that she's in your life for ulterior motives, it's easy for you to hand her that pink slip, resign her position in your life, and tell her there's the door.
I feel like we should play that again. That is lyrics to the last.
I ain't even watching it. It's so far behind. I ain't even bother watching it, right?
Yeah.
But then we got another graphic you want to get there, so that last one I would have sent you to get that on screen.
Let me see the last one you would have sent me. Okay, no, I'm seeing it. Let me do this real quick.
This is kind of times, you know how it goes.
Oh, there, yes, we know. Yeah, you don't get the end of that here. You're right. Lyrics till the last.
Yeah, there's lyrics. Let me get that graphic on screen for you, Derek. And here we go on screen.
The chaos theory isn't exactly about chaos. It's about how a tiny change in a big system can affect everything. Everything. Right?
Everything.
Now, we heard what the guy had to say, and I'm sure many of you guys had a moment of clarity when you heard the traits that he outlined. Emotional instability, relationship / self-sabotage, or my man Choco would say sabotage, and manipulation. So let me ask a couple questions, right? How many of you guys have chaos in your house and in the bed next to you right now? You're watching me here, so live and direct on YouTube, and the woman next to you, where you tell yourself, you my man Derek talking truth, but I can't really sit so next to this woman.
I don't put onesie chat.
Yeah, that's how you them drop some onesie chat or saying if you are the duress, right? How many of you seem to be fighting the uphill battle in life daily? And you can't seem to make sense of it, and despite your best efforts, there seems to be no ease, no respite, right? Well, you may have some chaos around you, of which you're unaware, right? So let me ask the last two questions that the guy asked on this thing. Are her efforts aligned with creating the best version of herself for your relationship, or are her efforts aligned with creating disturbances to your peace? No, damn, it's lyrics, you little ass, right?
It's true.
Problem will tell you.
Let me ask the questions again. Are her efforts aligned with creating the best version of herself for your relationship, or are her efforts aligned with creating disturbances to your peace? We talk a lot about peace. I've been wanting peace on this channel. People feel like we be talking junk, right? You see that you can't hear talk bare junk when you night come back. Then we can take a look at the plot of the movie, right? That's just a bit of the plot of the movie, Chaos Theory. And we can note a few things that we all may have experienced in our interactions with women, right? So, in the film, your boy Ryan Reynolds, he plays Frank Allen, who is a professional speaker who lectures on time management. Okay? He lives by example, perfectly maximizing his efficiency through scheduling and planning his own life down to the minute. He dearly loves his wife, Susan, and their young daughter, Jessie. All good so far, right? A man that's doing lectures on time management, and the man's planning time. Can't beat that, right? On the day of an important seminar, that could be his major break on the corporate lecture circuit, Susan, his wife, changes their clocks by 10 minutes to give him time to run a meaningless errand for her on this important day. But she moves them the wrong way. So from missing the ferry to the career-damaging fact that he then arrives late to his lecture on time management.
Time management, yeah.
Frank experiences an off day. He loves his wife so much that when the beautiful Paula crashes his hotel room, strips down and jumps on him, Frank excuses himself and heads home in the middle of the night. Now, let me pause there, fellas. You got a man here, good man, clearly.
Mm-hmm.
Women pelting the guts out here. My man's like, no. You go away.
No,
I'm good.
I'm good. I'm good.
Man, touch you straight.
You gotta work with me.
You know what I mean? Man, cool. Right? Now, please note, he was on his purpose. But Susan, let me not jump ahead of myself, right? So while driving home through the night, he sees a pregnant woman having contractions, gives the stranger a lift. A solid guy, right? At the hospital, Frank is asked to fill out some paperwork, and he mistakenly puts down his own information. And the nurses at the hospital assume the easy father.
He's not a
All these comedies, these comedy errors, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Before Frank arrives home, a nurse from the hospital calls, attempting to reach the father. And his wife, Susan, instantly believes it is Frank's baby and that he's cheating on her and leading a double life. When Frank arrives home, she refuses to let him clear up the misunderstanding and throws him out of the house within moments. Her reaction through the next few days remains over the top, refusing to talk to Frank and only allowing him to see Jesse after school, right? Left with no choice but to provide scientific proof to Susan, Frank sees a doctor for a paternity test, but receives a diagnosis that he was never able to reproduce to begin with since he has Klinefelter's syndrome.
That's class. Emotional.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I got that one too, though.
Oh my god.
They show him in my hair that is we here. Yeah. The undeniable truth about Jesse, his daughter, and thus Susan's own infidelities devastates Frank, but also explains why Susan so instantly presupposed that he was a cheater, treating him with an unforgiving disdain and refusing to let him even try to clarify the situation. You call that projection, right? Mm-hmm. A few days later, Nancy brings her baby, Nancy being the pregnant lady, to Frank's house in hopes of thanking Frank for his kindness, finding only Susan at home. Nancy soon clears up the misunderstanding, and Susan spins on a dime, ignoring her atrocious behavior of the past few days and expecting Frank to simply come home, acting as if she is the one who has forgiven him. That's that Jedi boy trick shit, right?
Mm-hmm.
The damage is done, however, as Frank realizes that he was the only one in the relationship who was faithful and goes through a withdrawal as he tries to comprehend how his daughter could not be his and how wrong his life turned out when he believes that he was always stayed straight and narrow. No, fellas?
Mm-hmm. That's a super villain origin story there.
Oh, that's an origin story there. Believe it.
All that.
That's an origin story right there. If Frank flip out though and he say, hey, guy like the Punisher done and everything, can you blame him? You know what I mean? So here's some words for you guys, right? Some words of wisdom for you guys to remember. A good woman is an investment.
Mm.
A bad woman is a bill.
Mm.
Let me repeat myself. A good woman is an investment. A bad woman is a bill. You got a bad woman, you spend so much ignorant money. Right? Shoot. Frank had to spend money to get a DNA test. Because his woman at home could not simply wait for him to explain the situation, right? No.
Because you get hot and bothered and just wait off money.
Mm-hmm. But she know why, right? We see you. We see you, right? Now, we have all been in situations where we had a plan and a vision, and it got derailed because of a woman that we chose, right? Let me be very clear, right? It's a woman that we chose. So we got to own that.
Accountability. That's what it looks like.
Yeah?
Yep.
Nobody we do nothing well. Nobody didn't make you do anything in regards to that, right? These are the choices you made because you chose that woman, And then you make the choices after that, right? So what must we as men be on the lookout for, right? Let's go back to the video. The guy said, unchecked emotional instability, right? Hit the like button for, hit the like button, make sure we get the likes up in the screen, right? Too often, we as men feel as though it is our responsibility and duty to fix the problems we encounter with the women we choose to date. And this is interesting because women will stay very far from broken men, right? Women are picking up men that in the use. Well, at least when they get older.
Intentionally.
When they get older, they get standards. They stop for real broken men. But when they're young and hot to trot, shoot, any kind of I would do, right? If they're lucky, then we're ready. Men, on the other hand, we go into relationships, or rather we meet somebody and we want to initiate a relationship. And because we like them or we find them attractive, as the fellas would say in the States, she got ass though, you know? And we like that. You know? We tend to ignore the red flags. And we just hear, man, Chinese parade. If you got a Chinese parade, play Chinese parade, must stay.
But man, I done got here. I already there. I already there.
Right? We ignore the red flags and we say things like, man, she got she wears, but she cool though. Or, man, I like she, man. She little miserable, but
she's a girl I like.
She's a girl I like, right? But what he neglects to say, fellas, is that her ways include things like problems with the father of her children. I wouldn't say fathers.
No,
right?
don't do that.
Don't say that term. The father or fathers of her children. Problems with co-workers, problems with close friends, even problems with parents. This woman don't get along with nobody, right? So you meet this nice girl, and every story that she relates to you, she's the victim of the story. And by the end, she's the heroine of the story. But you as a man, because we dancey and we thirsty, but when we get thirsty, we get dancey. That's men, right? You never ask yourself, why is it that this particular woman seems to be the target of everybody's ire? Everybody picking up on this woman, right? She can't get along with nobody. But this is the next one I want you fellas to check and keep an eye out for. Emotional instability, right, is also disguised these days in the new wave of what I like to call the tainted self-love. So, in order to elucidate, allow me to use Tamar Braxton and Mary J. Blige, right?
TMR on screen. TMR on screen already.
TMR is on screen. like how you work, brother. As TMR says, some of y'all will say this, that this is a thirst trap. I didn't post a picture because we don't want the video to get taken down. And you're right.
That's true.
But the attention I'm seeking is for myself, to myself.
Oh shit. sorry, fellas, man. Chat.
Oh dear.
Sorry, man. I don't know where that came from. I need to mute that.
It's a contaminated environment.
Most definitely.
It's a contaminated environment. In the tutus about that.
In the
tutus. She says, this is me in all of my self-love glory. I will not hide my scars. I will not be ashamed of my past, my flaws, or my body. I will love all of me, just as I am. Get ready for all the self-love posts for 16 days, all the way up to St. Tamar's Day. I'm on the road to 45, I guess.
I'm assuming she meant 45, but...
making up a lot of things there.
Right. So that's Tamar. You ready for Mary?
Mary, let me get Mary here for you. Yeah, Mary here. Okay. Go ahead.
Self-love is the hardest thing, Mary J. Blige says. She's learned to be her own best friend during COVID-19 lockdown.
Oh dear.
She's a Grammy Award, she's a Grammy-winning record artist, an Oscar-nominated actress. And Mary J. Blige has revealed that spending time in self-isolation during the COVID-19 pandemic has proved to be a blessing in disguise. I've grown deeper in love with myself, Blige 49 says in a cover interview for Health magazine. Let me pause and say that this video is from this article is from 2020, right? I really appreciate this rest and this silence so I can hear more clearly what's going on. Right? See Mary Davis, she 50-year-old self.
But I seen about like, you know,
You were with it.
She's not good. Yeah, sure. Yeah, definitely.
Right. She explained when you're by yourself, you're either going to be your own best friend and be honest and real with yourself, or you're going to be your own worst enemy and deceive yourself. It's been so clear to me that I am my best friend. Blige, who has overcome addiction and went through a very public divorce in 2018, tells Health that self-love is the hardest thing to feel. Until you get satisfied with who you are, other people won't ever be satisfied. That's the growing process, the singer said. That's learning how to love and hug yourself and say, you know what? I love you, Mary. I love you. Beautiful. I love you. Gorgeous. I love you. Smart woman. I love you. Talented woman. That's a practice I do every single day.
Oh my God.
Now,
there's a lot of finagling, but anyhow, I mean, she's not wrong. She's not wrong. You know, the pandemic, you know, if you by yourself or you with very limited people in your household, you can either love yourself or hate yourself, depending on if you're honest or not with yourself. That's a fact. That is a fact.
No. Tamar recently turned 45 last week, right? And Mary J is 50 at least.
Mm-hmm.
And we have these two grown women now learning how to love themselves, right, gentlemen? And we see this every day on social media. Every day we see it, right? Women post say, hey, love yourself. This saying the boy telling you don't love yourself.
Love yourself.
We be clear. Nobody's saying do not love yourself. You got to love yourself first before anybody else, right? But let me ask you a question. At 45 and 50, to these two esteemed ladies, who were you loving before? And why are you now learning these coping skills in your old age? Because here's the thing, 45 and 50 is old. Neil and I are not 45 yet. And guess what?
We are
when
old.
You face, you can see we old. When we get up in the morning, or these let us know very early, we are old.
Box.
And guess what? When the scriptures say to you, you are allotted 70 years and 10. You use my mission between you two. So 70 at 60 and 10 at 70.
70.
You more than halfway there.
Oh yeah.
You old.
We on the down slot now.
The
bat nine.
You pass it. Yeah, you bat nine. Yeah.
Another question. AMR. If this is for you and your personal growth and all that there, why we gonna see it on your social media? What you feeling to share? Empower yourself and move forward. But we know it is, right? We know it is, right, folks? That dopamine hits.
Validation.
Yes. Likes.
Yeah, Chronic said, do it for the love, don't do it for the likes. These ladies doing it for the likes. Right?
Likes.
As my man, I tell my man Steve all the time, validation is a hell of a drug. Right? So, gents, a lot of ladies are hiding behind the buzzwords of self-love in order to remain unchecked. Talk about flaws and all, right? And we are expected to accept them, flaws and all. So, fellas, when you see the self-love talk, that is a smoke screen for people that are insecure. Let me get a bumper clock there, because yes, I said it. Let me get Aston in this crank too.
I said what I said.
Yo, shout out Aston, man. I am big at the people in chat. Aston, good night.
Yeah.
I see Marley still here. She says she coming now. She gone. She's still here.
Nah, Marley, that mean that we talking things that make sense.
Right. Yeah, but Marley, I know Marley said she gone and Marley's still here.
She's still here.
Marley.
Big up Marley, man. Yeah. Big up right through. Right? So, fellas, when you see the self-love talk, we know that that's a smoke screen. They got some healing to be done there. Leave them where they are. Because women don't want broken men. So I think it's only right that we don't accept broken women. Just saying. Fair is fair. If you think fair is fair, put some ones in chat. Yeah?
Fair was.
No, my mom also talks about relationship and self-sabotage, right? Earlier today, one of our contributors shared a story with me today of a friend of his who thought that it was a good idea for her to shit test her partner, right? So she decided to tell him she felt neglected and then said after the fact that she was just playing and that she should really behave. She said that she was just playing and she should really behave. Ladies and gents, a gallon bottle. Big up Celeste Marshall, man.
Mm-hmm.
She say all
All the time.
a gallon bottle only holds a gallon. Right? It is only so often, ladies, that men want to be dealing with the emotional games that you decide to play. We say all the time, men want peace. With my ask, are your efforts directed to or aligned with
let's see what game. So error
Wait a minute.
Duplicate stream key, the new run is learn from finish that. Yeah, I see. Oh, wait a minute. I see. Yeah, we there. Hello, testing 1 2.
Yeah, that's it. See something on your screen.
Yeah, let me back.
Okay.
Yeah, let me back.
That's me.
Okay. All right. Thank
God.
God.
It's that far behind.
No. I thought we had lost it, boy, but it looked like we still back. Ladies and gentlemen, we apologize for that. You know how it is. My main things will do my
struggle
main things.
streaming.
Yeah, you know how it is.
Anyhow, struggle streaming.
Yeah, we still here, Derek. Let me go.
Yeah, but I just that struggle stream life. So yeah,
like Neil said, it's my man things. These things is happening, man.
Yeah, it's happening, man. We keep rolling. We keep rolling, right?
Mm-hmm.
Technical difficulties, we get past it.
So yeah, we're talking about the relationship and self-sabotage, right? And we like to play the games, the ladies. You know, ladies like to test the man to see how masculine you are. We did it was a live stream. We did it with that. We must say, yeah, sure, you should cheat on your man to see if you really love. We did.
Yeah.
But,
wait.
Oh, that's a short.
No. That's one to come there. Come on, don't show your hand,
sorry,
man. That's the new batch.
Oh, there. Spoilers.
The content blurred together, right? But yeah, but that's the thing, right? Women do stuff to test their men, right? And because men want to let peace reign in the hope of getting peace, they kind of just go along with it. You know, it's like, all right, well, yeah, I want a little bit tonight, so let me keep my mouth shut and just let this right.
Let me abide.
Right? Let me abide. So, fellas, when you see the emotional games, right, always think about your peace, because guess what? Ladies are not allowing you to mess with their peace. They're in the chi and oneness. They've been doing that. If you have too much problems, them gone. Believe it. Especially if you can find about it better, you shoot, gone for sure. Right?
For sure.
So, fellas, when you see the emotional games, kindly ask for an excuse and leave them where they are.
And don't do like the fella for the short that y'all posted. It was yesterday.
Monday. I was literally just thinking the same thing. Right. It was yesterday.
I was thinking the same thing.
Yeah, B. Don't be buying fake. When the man buy the fake gift, don't buy no fake gift for no woman.
The man buy the fake gift and tell the woman, nah, I ain't buy. And then she going up to the relationship with the co-worker.
Yeah, too much. All that Scooby-Doo shit. Nah, the boy doing it.
We about that.
No, anybody got time for that?
I got you here, dog. Where she going? Where she going? Oh, she here, man.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Anybody got time for that?
Yeah. No, the emotional games tie in the relationship sabotage, the sabotage, remember Choco was saying, ties in very well with the manipulation. And this is the part, this is real one, this is the kicker here, right? Because a lot of times it's more insidious and subtle. And we as men, we don't see it because we tend to look big picture, we don't see the forest for trees. And we don't see it until it's way too late, right? Now, it will start with an innocent request to do something for her that requires you to leave out your purpose. So cast your mind back to a short we did here recently, where a woman wanted her man to leave his job to come and take her to her job and then come back to his job. She knew he was
not just leave his job, to leave his job when he had a mandatory meeting.
Yep.
You remember that part? He had a mandatory meeting. Remember that?
That was starting in 15 minutes. And she saw no problem asking him to spend, because she said she lived 15 minutes from where his job was. So to take the 15 minutes to come, to her, time did not matter.
No, that's irrespective.
Time didn't matter. Shoot, it's 15 minutes to get here. You're meeting in 15 minutes. Come for me anyway.
Yeah,
right.
Because he could walk into the meeting. He could walk into the meeting in 15 minutes when he gets by her.
Yeah. You know, and it starts like that, sweetheart. Well, shoot, we in the creative spaces. You know, well, you can left out this here for me tonight. You just got shoot. Neil, let me play on a team called Melrose Thunder, Blackie there. We play 11 games, we won 1 game. 1 single game. Right? And very often, when the team is taking some lashes, very often what will happen during the course of the season is everybody be really excited at the beginning, but then the legs start to really set in. Coming on to the end of the season, you know, it's be like, the girl is saying, man, you going down there so to deal with that there?
Reckon you night rest, reckon it's loving.
I swear not, you could really stop me here, someone draw on to me. Coming on the game, they want to get beat again.
So we went to all, but there we went to all though.
Went to all. Went to all. We went to all.
Don't bracket your
you see, fellas, man. We need to stay on the things that are important to us and stand in that. Right? Stand in that. Becausing, as the old people tell you, becausing. When it comes the other way, women are very quick to say, I have X, Y, Z to do. I cannot leave out them for you.
Figure it to F out.
Yeah, man.
Unless, of course, what you have going on is of some benefit to them. It might be social proofing. You get the text and pics for the gram. It might be a money-making venture. You know what I mean? It might get them some clout with some other people. You get a network opportunity. But if you're just saying, hey, come and spend some time with me.
Is that gonna work with me?
Straight up. Right? Women do not derail their purpose for you. And this is one time, you fellas, I am encouraging you to think like women. Women do not derail their purpose for you. Do not derail your purpose for them. Because guess what? When you do that and you are not a shell of yourself, right? They will be quick to tell you, well, you change. You're the same man that I know from before. And let me bring up Brett here, right? Brett and I have been singing together now for quite some time.
No, let me get no.
Yeah, we leave it there.
No, donkey years. The same way you want to call me over Hawaii halfway down the other side and all. Listen, no, old time years. Oh, don't throw me at the bus and left, Brett.
For a long time. Quite some time. And Dion has always been there. And Dion has always said,
I literally was thinking about that. Listen, I was thinking about that. I was thinking about, this would have been what, 2014, 2015? I remember y'all had a Christmas shoot. Remember when we did a Christmas shoot?
Yeah.
And we went into Brett's house and all of the ornaments and all the tree and everything. That was in October. We had to make it like Christmas. And Dion was very accommodating. Dion was very, very accommodating.
And here's the thing, right? Because they don't want people to feel out, because they know how women get on and think. But sometimes you don't process things. And people say, well, how you are, Frenchie? No. Because on the flip side, I tell when Dion on drive, talking about Brett business here, Dion on drive, which means that invariably wherever she's going, Dion said, well, Brett
driving Miss Dion. Brett driving Miss Dion.
Sure.
And guess what? That is their relationship dynamic, right? That's their relationship dynamic. He accommodates her, she accommodates him. It works. But fellas, when you're in these relationships, what the man asks, are her efforts aligned with creating the best version of herself for your relationship, or are her efforts aligned with creating disturbances to your peace? That is so critical. So many times we look past stuff because she got ass. Listen,
because he
I can take this little misery.
Because he got cup holders and serious XM radio be.
He got nicely. You say, you know what? I can bear this little misery here. But you know what's happened? This is the ironic thing about this. We just get caught up and we just say, you know, we can hold the peace to get a peace. And you know what's happened? You don't get neither peace.
I was just about to say, because all of a sudden the peace does follow the peace. The PIECE does follow the PEACE.
You know what I mean? Right. So fellas, it is better for you to stand in your frame. Say what you want from your woman in the relationship. Shoot. Stand by that. Because here's the thing. You can't force nobody to do that. Right? You can't. They may have the right to do what they want to do. Shoot, they got agency over the parts, right, Neil?
Actual.
Your agency over the parts. They're free to do what they want to do.
As the like.
They also have the right to be single. Remember that, right? They have the right to be single.
Yeah, man.
And feel free to give them that right. Let them explore that right. So if you say, hey, this is what you want to do, and she don't want to do that, that ain't no problem.
That ain't no problem. That ain't no
problem. Yeah. Let she do your thing. You move on. Yeah, they're no noise. They're no rancor, they're no acrimony, they're no nothing.
Nothing.
They're no angst. Do your thing. You move on. Yeah. You can't force somebody to do nothing. So don't attempt to. But fellas, hold your frame.
Yeah, because what you said is absolutely correct. Because I find that you end up in relationships where a lot of women come into the relationship with a guy, and he's been doing what he's been doing for the longest time. They can't find me doing stuff, right? And Derek would know what we're talking about here. Doing stuff, right?
Oh no!
And then the women come and they want to change this and they want to change that, but it's always facts. But it always start out being ever so something, right? But there's always got an ulterior motive, right? I mean, I say always, I don't mean I'm speaking all women.
Of course not.
Can't speak
all women. They come into the equation and want to start changing figures and changing signs. You understand? So the X's get changed to Y and the minuses get changed. Sorry, the addition sign is get changed to a minus sign. You get subtraction, you get division, and then all of you end up at null. Nothing.
Nothing.
Correct.
Oh my God.
Box.
You just gotta remember when you get into a relationship, if you find out, I mean, you will change because, as we all say, there's submission, right? And there's accountability in any relationship. So there will be change, but it cannot be a one-sided situation. If you find that you making all the effort and she ain't doing nothing, why?
It's time to get the pink slip.
You making yourself miserable. You making yourself miserable to make a relationship work. If you're miserable, yeah, it's not gonna work. It's not gonna work. It's never gonna work.
Yeah, and I don't think enough men recognize that, right? And I think we need to have a bit more anti-Roslyn. Don't run behind the bus in the woman, and that will always come.
Amen.
Right? Especially if you are a man that you operate a certain way, you move a certain way, you keep yourself in shape, you know, you're generally a nice, upright guy. And let me be clear here on this. Because we say a nice guy, it does not mean that, you know, he's a pushover. Right? Because people think when you stand and you say certain things, suddenly you are a misogynist, you're sexist, you're narcissistic, all them things. Yeah. Neil let me call out a couple of times.
We take it on we get on the line.
Yeah.
We get on the line.
Yeah, we
take all the boxes.
Yeah.
We take all the boxes. All the boxes.
Yeah.
You got chauvinist, sexist, misogynist,
narcissist. I've never been called a narcissist in my life until recently.
But, that's 4. That's 5, right? But people think when you say what you want and more importantly what you don't want,
you're tolerating.
that suddenly you are all those things. That's not the case, gentlemen. So stand in your frame, say what you will accept and what you will not accept. And you should have no problems from there, fellas.
Ladies and gentlemen, you are watching the Senate podcast. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Dislike, comment, share, subscribe. Hit notification bell so you don't miss anything like this podcast and any other thing we may have coming on the pipeline, like our Senate shorts. Most importantly, share. Let me look at the numbers here. So Brett is usually very good at doing this, but he's on the live stream now. So right,
we only got 10 and 22 in the chat.
It's
working. It's not creating. Come, make it sense.
Martin. I see Marley. Thanks for joining us. Marley said she's gone, fellas. Good night, Marley. Thanks for joining us. Have a good night.
She said she was gone since the beginning of the stream.
Well, we can see if
since the beginning of the stream.
No. I see Ruben Simmons playing. He calling out my lights, right? These are not Christmas lights. You see, I should have put these up.
I think Marley had your back.
I know. I see Marley had my back.
Yeah, Marley got your back.
Rhea had my back. I should have put those lights in August. You see, if I put these lights in August, nobody can talk about Christmas lights. You know what I mean? But these are my set lights, right? Instead of when I'm looking at a plain blue wall, when I got lights. Yeah. So Ruben off for me, man. Anyhow,
it's always struggle. The complaint we struggle streaming. Don't worry.
Yeah,
we got everything.
When we got pretty lights and we got set dressing by Cave Shepherd and Massey. When they can talk different, man. Anyhow, anyhow. What I would say is this before because I got a couple questions for Brett, but before I get to Brett, there is a point I want to make. Now, Derek, you were saying about a man being on your purpose, you meeting, and Brett even mentioned this too about women want you to change, right? Women want you to get off your purpose. Now, women, I understand because I know a lot of y'all gonna come and say, man, you first meet me, I was posting for the gram and I was wearing what you want, and now you coming to tell me what to wear and what to post and what not to post and where to go and not like that, right? Two things. Men, don't tell nobody what to do. As Derek said, the option is yours.
Correct.
You could be single. You could do as you like. But Derek always talks about the social contract, ladies. The social contract dictates. And these are unwritten rules, right? These are the traditional rules in relationships, right? You are my woman. What you posting yourself half naked on the ground all the time, so every picture is you ass out. You breast out.
To be fair, Neil, if you're fine, she's doing that.
But hold on. No. Exactly. So there are two things here there are two things to educate. Men, if you got a woman, you met her doing that. As a matter of fact, you slid in she DMs off of the post that she had. You got to you get after year 5. You can't be no telling she what to wear and cover up. But right. But I feel it incumbent for me to say. I feel it's incumbent for me to say that at the end of the day, there are certain things where we are not talking about certain behaviors that go contra to certain things that single people do that people in relationships should not be doing, right? Basically, I understand because Derek was saying that a lot of people just people want to process what they want to process, and there's kind of like a straight line to things. And I know that a lot of people can say we here telling men, you know, to keep on your purpose or whatever, but me as a woman know if I want to keep on my purpose and, you know, wear what I want to wear and got my, you know, I've been married for 2 years, 3 years, but I want to get back to me and put my ass out, I get my breasts out, and I want to be on Instagram shaking and thawing it up. After you did a hiatus after you were married, you're probably trying to get back to you, but just understand that when the man say, I had enough of that, that ain't the same as the man trying to get a woman trying to get a man off her purpose. Your purpose is to be in the streets. A matter of fact, you know what? I take that back, fellas. If that is your purpose to be out in the streets, live your best life. But as Derek said, if you want to be single, you live your choices. You choose to be thawing it up, knowing that you married and knowing that certain things is certain things. That is at you. Brett, what I want to ask you, right, is you are a married man and you've been married and been in a relationship with your wife for a very long time. Now, obviously, you made mention to it, you alluded to it about changes, right? You obviously would have gone through a process of discerning if this woman bringing you peace and if this woman is aligned with certain principles and goals that you had in mind, whether it is something you knew, whether it's overarching with your career, or whether it's the micro things about who you are as a person. Tell us about, if you could remember, if you could kind of put it into words, just tell us how you went about the process of doing that with your wife, and also how important it was for you before making your wife your wife?
Okay, well, you see the changes that you make in a relationship, especially in a relationship, a long-term relationship, a lot of them you don't realize that you've made those changes because they're very subtle, right? Subtle changes. Of course, you gotta make some major changes, especially when you're first moving in together. I know back in the day, it was frowned upon if you were to move in with your significant other before marriage, right? We don't live in times anymore. We live in 2022. Come on.
Yeah.
Come on. We've been through a whole pandemic together. Behave this. All right. So it comes down to me, I think that if you are looking at a relationship with somebody, at some point in time, you need to move in together. And you need to be able to see one another and to learn how to live with one another, because a lot of people go they get into relationships and they get married right out the gate 1-2 years after the meet stuff, and then when they move in together, that is when everything has fallen apart, because the smallest things just drive them up a wall. Right? When my wife and I first moved in together, there were a lot of things that I did that drove her batty. There were a lot of things that she did that drove me batty. But as I said on Tuesday, communication. Don't be afraid to open your mouth and say, well, this is driving me crazy. Please, we need to do something about it, right? To this day, right, I still do something that drives her crazy. Still do it. But it's not a conscious thing that I do until after she drives me up about it. But I don't know if it can ever change. However, it does not drive her as crazy as it used to, because she's now learned that this is a habit that I have. I grew up doing it. I grew up from small doing it, right? And that, I know people might say gross or well, but I thought may your butter your brain. If you got a little too much butter left on your knife, you just wax, put it inside, cover it down, and put it back in the fridge.
Oh yeah.
That drives you nuts.
I do that too.
Right? That drives you nuts. It drives her crazy.
Okay.
I'm like, what am I supposed to do with the excess butter that is on? She said, you should not have excess butter. I said, but there is excess butter. What do I do with it? I'm not throwing it away. There are children starving in Africa.
you know, Brett, that is so funny, because we men is going with a plan, right? We be like, look, we want butter for the bread. We just going to scoop out the butter and put it for the bread, and what we got left over. But it seems as though women has got like, you know what? I'm gonna take just a morsel and put on there, and then take another morsel. Man, I got a lot of time without me scooping out and plotting and whatever left. Yep. Yeah.
You know, but as in terms of changes that you would make, you will find, as we've said, and it is an overarching theme with every relationship, right? Submission. You gotta know when and when not to. Like I said, that butter thing, I can't get away from that. I could try not to do it. I could try using less butter, but I got times where you just go in and just be put on the toilet. Shoop, slap, wipe off, back in the fridge, like that. And she would come and she'd be like, oh my God. But as for other stuff, small changes you can make is all about submission, always about making the relationship work, trying to keep the peace within the house, making sure she's happy, making sure you're happy, making sure you are both living together contently, right? You gotta be happy. And if you find that more often than not you're in a relationship and you're not happy, then something wrong. You need to talk. But overarching in terms of changes, to be honest, I have no idea the kinds of changes I've made in terms of once I moved in with her. I know I encouraged her to get her license. I know she can drive. I know she chooses not to drive.
So how you feel about her not? It's not like you have some pent up. Anyway, I'm just joking.
No. It's not like that. I don't mind it, but you know, there got times where you're home and you tell yourself, I can relax today, and then it's like I want to get this place, and I want to get that place, and all right, let's go.
Yeah.
One place you can't get me going though. One place she cannot get me to go. Shopping.
Hallelujah. That is
Can't
fast.
get me go shopping.
That
Not
is
her.
fast. That's fast.
Cause that can make me miserable. I can make she miserable, and then the whole
yeah, nobody gonna be happy.
skin
They ain't gonna be happy. But let me ask you this though, Brett, though, because you're speaking of the changes that you said that there have been a lot of changes that you've made over the years, and you're not even conscious about some of the changes. I know the answer to this. I think Derek knows the answer to this, but I want you to verbalize it for the people. Where does that come from? You making changes for someone instinctively or subconsciously, it kind of changing not who you are, but subtle things to kind of make them happy or appease to them or submit to them. Tell me where that comes from.
For me, it's come from keeping peace. It's come from peace of mind. It's come from, does it logically make sense for me to make this change? Because if it's something I've been doing before, and like I said, you come together and you living together and you realize, but this way make more sense. Shifty needle.
Yeah.
Shifty needle. It ain't gonna kill you, and it can't hurt. Even if you've been doing it this way for years, and you and your significant other get together and you're all living together and stuff, and she comes along and offers a suggestion that makes more sense than this, then just shifty needle.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Nothing wrong with it. Absolutely nothing wrong. I ain't gonna kill you, ain't gonna kill her, and like I said, it may even work out. Not may. It will work out better in your favor.
One more question that off the top of my head before I forget it. And I understand this may be a bit of personal, but did you come from a 2-parent household that your parents were married, and did Dion come from that as well?
I came from a 2-parent household. Yes, my parents were married. My parents still are married. Dion
for 2 years in July, right?
Yeah, long.
For 2 years and 42 days.
42 years.
Believe it.
Yeah, 42 years. Yep. Yeah, they were married on July the 5th.
And you said that Dion, you were saying Dion?
Yeah, she comes from a 2-parent household, but her parents split, but they were both still in her life. So okay. And they both still are in her life.
Okay. Yeah, there's a reason why
so it's not like there was co-parenting was happening in that relationship. So it wasn't like dad left or mom left and it was just one parent. It was both parents were still there.
Right. So she still had the influence of a mother and a father.
Yes.
Right. No. From where I sit and my perspective, right? No, I had this conversation today, and I think it's very important, right? Because there's something in here that we need to talk about, and both of you touched on it in his monologue, and you when you were answering the questions. It is the sense of identity, right? I think that when we get together with people, there is this belief that, you remember there was this song by Spice Girls, Two Become One. Like when two people come together, now we become one. We are finish each other's sentences, we become one unit, etc., etc., etc. But that is, in my opinion, unhealthy. The reason why I say that is because I have been in a relationship where you are defined by that person. You are only known by being with this person. You no longer become
you no longer have your own identity.
Yeah, you don't have your own identity. You are now so-and-so's boyfriend or so-and-so's husband or so-and-so's child father. You are no longer your own person. I see it happen to women too. You lose sight of yourself. You lose sight of your purpose. You lose sight of self-care because we as men are taught to prioritize women and children, right? Above all else, you got to prioritize women and children. You are sometimes 3rd, 4th, 5th down the line. Once women and children are happy, any number could play. But, over the years, and I know both of you can attest to this, if you do not take care of yourself, you can't pour from an empty cup. If you do not find a healthy way to retain your identity and have some level of autonomy, that's why on Tuesday, and the conversation I was having today with a young lady, I was saying that when you talked on Tuesday, you were speaking about a partnership, but then eventually you spoke on submission. A lot of people, especially women, stick out on the reason why they don't. It's almost like the antithesis of submission is partnership. But a partnership, especially when you're thinking about business, is you essentially giving all of the, like, for example, I can't go and get my hair cut without clearing it with you. I can't go and get my ears pierced without clearing it with you. I can't go and get a tattoo without clearing it with you. Derek told us in the live session about a gentleman. A gentleman came and he got the vaccine. Two of them had conversations about the vaccine, right? The woman wasn't about it. He said he was open to it. He went and got it and, you know, come home. How's your day, babe? Man, it was good, man. I went and get the vaccine. She was upset. You ain't tell me nothing. You ain't share this with me, etc., etc. But when you have a partnership, if you're likening your relationship to a partnership in business, if all three of us are partners in a business, I must disclose everything that I do in service of this business. Brett, you must tell us everything that happens in service to this business. Derek, same thing. We are all partners. I can't go and buy something for the company. I can't go and use company funds. I can't come and do something on behalf of the company and the two of y'all being my equal partners don't know that. So I say that to say that submission is something that's very key to it, and it is very important that you retain some level of autonomy on your life as an individual. For example, I'm not saying that, you know, if I go and buy a car, it's a babe, I buy a car, and the woman ain't know that. I ain't talking about things like that. But if I want to go and eat chauffette today for lunch, or if I want to go and get a haircut, or if I want to go and buy a PlayStation, and I can buy these things, and it has no, like, all of our bills are paid. We are not going to be any so if I buy this purchase.
That's the same thing I was thinking just now. Once your bills and everything covered, you should be able to do what you want with your money, man.
Exactly. Once, because I firmly believe, and I think Derek and I talked about this before, about a joint account. You have a joint account, you put money in that account, it covers bills, it covers incidentals, it covers things, and you have your own money. So often, especially in the older generation, you saw it too, and there's some belief coming back around that I used to get all of my money and just put it in a bank account blindly, and whatever you do with it, you do with it as woman or whatever like that, right?
No.
But it is important. It is important for men and to women.
Work with me.
Talk as well. We're supposed to retain some level of our identity when we enter a relationship. It doesn't mean that I'm going to be clandestine and I'm not going to tell you certain things, or I'm, you know what I mean? Like, ain't like I out here running the streets, or I'm not observing the social contracts or anything like that, right? What's he gonna say there?
I'll tell you what was really happening. Why, and it clicked to me. Why ladies have such a challenge with the word submission and prefer partnership. Because they want the security of the relationship, but still being able to operate as if you're single. And still be able, you know, to do and free to move and not answer to anybody and that kind of thing. That's really what it is.
I would agree with you there.
They find that word strong. It's like, you know, when you say you hate somebody, somebody would take out your head. Hate is a strong word.
Yeah.
I just don't really don't like them, but I wouldn't say hate, you know. But I believe that they view the word submission in and of itself as a word that's too strong. They believe when you submit to somebody, is like you whatever them say, I supposed to do.
Servitude.
That's what they're looking at it as.
It's not servitude. Yeah.
And that's not what it is. That's not what it is.
Exactly. That's correct, right?
But you know, here's the thing, right? Because of the life that I've lived and the things that I've been able to do and stuff musically and stuff, I end up having to submit to people every day. You know what I mean? And this we do this YouTube thing. I submit to Neil every show. As a matter of fact, here's a bit of information you all do not know. Yes, we record the shorts. Invariably, y'all see shorts before I do. Because when you send me the link, I send it out. So many times, y'all watch it and comment on it, and they have no idea what you're talking about because they know got to go and watch it. I know go and watch it. I don't know when you're doing the video. So the day that I need to say, well, look,
I can do bad joke. I can do bad joke.
I ain't gonna do it.
Listen, I enjoy all them shorts. Them shorts video.
Brett is watching before me. And now, on the other side, now when we talk musically now.
Well, I'll stick a pin there, Derek. There's a reason that I watching before you because I share and I subscribe.
Yo, I love Brett. That's a nice time to plug the show. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Like, comment, share, subscribe, hit notification bell. Oh, Lord, Brett. Oh, that's
Thank you, Brett. Appreciate it. We are 330 subscribers now. We liking it. Well. Musically, because of what we do, right? Every time we get on stage, I submit the Brett. Every single time. Right? But guess what? Brett going to sing where he tell you to sing. Right? So I just arrange the music, I bring it. We go through it, top to bottom. Right, there's it here. There's a general arrangement. Man, like it. And we would start to jam it as he may get more comfortable. Somebody said, look, let me try this here. Brett was tell you, for example, we prepare for this virtual show, right? Because of Brett's schedule and stuff like that, Brett does not come to our Sunday rehearsal.
Mm-hmm.
So I would go through essentially everybody else. Brett comes and adds the drums. And there are certain things that I did in the rehearsals. And when Brett came, he said, well, look, this is how we do it live. So because I reading the score again, but the score in front of me. But there are little nuances that Brett adds. So he would say to Hugh, well, look, we can drop out here. We can do some hits here. Everybody is all right, but it working. As you said, it sound good. It sound better than we had before.
Let me rock with that.
You know what I mean? And I don't say, this is my arrangement right down with no.
But wait, there's, you know, that I don't know what we're talking about until I start to do the promo for the live and things like that.
Exactly.
I don't know what we're talking about. So I mean,
for
submission.
Reason, we seem to feel like, you know, we this control and we want this control. I guess everybody want to maintain identity. Nobody don't shoot. I stand at Eden school as Eden father, Eden daddy.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Brace yourself right now, coming, you can be Mikey daddy.
You can be Mikey daddy. No,
yep.
and listen, nobody can ask about you no more, you know. Nobody ask about you no more.
Yeah, nobody checking.
Man, listen, you know, your parents get stories. So like your mother would turn up at school and stuff. I remember I was at school and I got injured because one of the fellas rainfall that had a pond. We had him rocks in the pond. And one fella felt rocks from behind me, hit me back in my head. Start bleeding. As soon as my mother turned up at school, all the little girls and the boys, Brett, mommy, Brett, mommy, Brett, mommy.
Drama.
They miss Linton. Them know my last name is Linton, but they recognize her as my mother. So the first thing they're gonna say is Brett, mommy, Brett, mommy. So I mean, I don't expect it to be any different when it comes to Eden or when it comes to Michael.
Exactly. So even that piece of it, you're not saying that you're any less than, but that's the reality of it. And I know some people. I see Lee saying that she considered the impact of being a missus a couple of days, right? You're a collective. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So you can't just be out there winging it and doing it as you like. You know what I mean? So even though as Neil saying he doesn't know what we're going to talk about, Neil has no clue what I'm going to say when they get here.
Brother mine, right? All I know is they're going to get me canceled. So...
You know what I mean? So you got faith in the person to do their job, right?
And you're not ever gonna lose your identity, right? Unless you fully submit to the other person in terms of whatever they say it goes. And as Neil said, that sounds more like servitude than submission. But you know, unless you do that, then, for instance, my friends are gonna see Dion as Brett's wife. Dion's friends are gonna see me as Dion's husband. Yeah, it's and until they get to know you better, that's how not even after they get to know you better, you know, that's who you are. You are Dion's husband. She is Brett's wife. It's as simple as that. You can't. It's like this now. Mm-hmm. You decided to get together as a couple. You decided to get married. Mm-hmm. So that's just how it goes. Mm-hmm. Can't get away from it.
Yeah, it's just
so even though Lee says she considered the impact of being a missus, they're gonna look at you as a collective, yes, because you have committed to that person. You are no Mrs. Whoever your boyfriend is. I don't know, but
Mrs. Manning. I can boss you out, Mrs. Manning, man. I can boss you out.
There you go. So Mrs. Manning and he will be Mr. Manning, but y'all will still be. You ain't gonna lose yourself.
Yeah. But
this ain't Eminem.
But
I got you now.
But you gonna pull that out. If you pull that out, Dre.
I got you.
Anyhow. But yeah, I agree with you, Brett. I agree with you. It's just that there are some, like for me, for example, I did it before where I lost myself in relationships. Because you want to And it's not even submitting, or it is not being like in service of the person, but it's like you want to make the person so happy. You want to make sure that all of their needs are attended to, and that you could save a person in every situation. And you know what I mean? You want this person to save you in every situation too. I was emotionally dependent on people before. You know what I mean? And that's what I mean about losing yourself. Like, and Derek because Derek and we talked about this several times about making sure that you could stand up. You know, we talked about it on Tuesday. Women talking about how when they pay them bills and them smelling clean and stuff like that as a badge of honor, as a praise. But I think it is very important for a person to be emotionally self-sufficient on their own. I'm not saying that you, Brett, you're married. I ain't telling you come home. You never tell your wife that you ain't feeling a type of way or that you sick or whatever like that. But still, there are going to be times where you say, you know what, Brett, you got to deal with this. You know what I mean? You got to handle this. And I don't see, like, let me try to, and even if you go from the standpoint of, let me try to fix this on my own before it gets bad enough that I got to bring in my wife or my partner or anything like that. Let me do that. But there are some people, and I have been one of those people, where you look at your partner, you lean on this person holistically to kind of save you and prop you up emotionally. Like, as I got a bad day, I was telling my partner, as I, you know, babe, I can't deal with this, you know, like, and what that does is it kind of causes the person to lose faith in your ability to take care of yourself. Right. And that's what I mean about losing yourself. You gotta be kind of, trust me and believe, in the last 4 or 5 years, I have had to look at myself and kind of figure out who I am and rebuild myself and my confidence and my mentality in terms of understanding that, Neil, you could probably die alone in your life. You're coming this alone in life. I know that sounds rough, but it's not that I am not going to love someone or I'm not going to be in a relationship with someone. But let's be honest, when you're home by yourself, shoot, the pandemic should have showed me, you got to deal with the walls of your head and the space in between before anybody else. And you have to be discerning on when it's time to share and when it's time to go to a higher power in terms of therapy or something like that, or when to go to your partner. You have to be discerning. But you cannot have a free fall and let people, like, you always giving information, because, you know, sad to say, people just take a 6 for 9. Some people just take advantage of a situation. Some people use information about you. I had a ex-girlfriend like that years and years and years ago that I used to tell the woman, babe, I don't like my appearance. I think that I'm not an attractive person. In the moment, she'd be like, you know, consoling and everything like that. But you see, as we got an argument, she said, that's why you ugly, and I got a man on hall that ready to lick up my guts, and he got muscles and he look good and you bony and things like that. She really, my friends always, yo, that's why I still would say, right? They better laugh. I'm so serious. Yo, this is before social media.
Nah, there you go, give me Keisha. No, you gotta give me Keisha. You gotta give me Keisha. You gotta give me Keisha.
Which way you want there, man?
God. What she was? She
definitely.
Yeah, dude. Like you got to understand that I'm not saying all women are like that, and I'm not saying that as men you are to consistently keep your partner at bay and not bring them in even a little bit. But I learned the hard way that there's I have been more discerning over the years, and I know when to say this is an insecurity of mine, because my insecurities are mine own to fix and to get over. You know what I mean? Like, a lot of people have insecurities and they believe that women believe men should tiptoe around them insecurities. Women believe that the world is supposed to tiptoe and cater to their insecurities. You understand what I mean? So, anyhow, so that was my little tirade and my little rant for the night. Listen, I can get for you emotional damage. So
you gotta get that one.
Marlon got emotional damage. I can get that for you.
You gotta get that one.
So we're talking about tonight about essentially discerning, you know, when to stay in a relationship and when to move. And you know, it is very, very important that a man, this ain't sexy, this ain't women, this ain't sexy or nothing like that. But it's all about peace of mind. If the person is not bringing consistent peace, what are they there for?
Cody.
What are they there for? You understand what I mean? Like, Brett is married, and I could tell you, no, I don't know Brett as close as Derek knows Brett. But from the little bit I know about Brett, if Brett was not at peace, at some sort of peace in his relationship, Brett would not be married. I can tell you that no.
And here's the thing. Here's the thing. Because as you said, I know Brett long, I know Brett good. And I can tell you, it hasn't always been a bed of roses for Brett and Dion.
Definitely.
But guess what? They're still together. Still pushing through together. The body, so yeah, but that's me. I done with this here at the first sign. So, but the question asks, are the efforts geared towards creating the best version of each other for the relationship, or are the efforts directed at disturbing the peace? And if either of them, as you said, Neil, if their efforts were targeted, yeah, he's got missteps in relationships. But if the efforts were not directed towards creating a positive environment, then we've done ever since.
We've done ever since, and that's the thing. Sure. I mean, Brett could speak to this. Of course, I can let him speak to this in a minute, because at the end of the day, you said it very well. You see, life is not a bed of roses by itself. As single people, as individuals, life ain't a bed of roses. So when you bring somebody else that ain't on the same page as you mentally, that don't think like you, move like you, behave like you, got their own trauma, got their own issues and their own daddy and mommy issues, their whole makeup is completely different to yours. When you add that to your mix in a life that is not a bed of roses, invariably you will have missteps, you will make mistakes, and you will have moments of malcontent, or don't let me say malcontent, but you will have challenges in your relationship. Yeah. So Brett, what I'm going to ask you now, and I think there's a question in some form or fashion I've asked every married person that came on this podcast, but essentially, you guys, clearly, as the amount of years y'all have been in it, there would have had moments where it was like, yeah, this is a rough patch. This is a patch where, shoot, you may not have even known how you can get past it, but you've gotten past it. Tell me about that commitment to the marriage, to the union that you have. Tell me about that commitment to persevere through those bad times.
Well, like you said, like Derek said, we've been together for a very long time. We've gone through a lot of bullshit. We've gone through a lot of stuff. Derek knows about a lot of it. But the thing is it all boils down, for me, to two things, right? Do you love the person? And if so, how much? Right? Mm-hmm. Do you want to make it work because of this love? Right? Because a relationship is, at its core, is work, right? You gotta make sure it continues to grow, and you have to work at it. Ain't something that can just come and fall in ladder, and everything will be roses and rainbows and unicorns and all that kind of thing. Nah. You gotta work at it, and you're gonna go through your ups and downs because you are two individuals. You both have your own personalities, and there are times they're going to clash. When that does happen, it comes down to the second part, which is communication. So we have gone through some trials. We have gone through some tribulations, as we would hear in the gospel song. Like, I'm going to go through my trials and tribulations. But you got to be able to sit down. You have to be able to talk. And when I say talk, I don't want me to talk at one another. You have to be able to talk with one another. There is no yelling. If you yell at me, I ain't listening to you. You and my mother, she don't yell at me. No, you can't come and yell at me neither. You understand? If it starts off like that, here's all you gotta do. You go so, let her go so, and I'm not talking about leaving the relationship. Go in separate ways and calm down.
Right.
Neutral corners.
Right.
Correct. Come back together and sit down and have a conversation. Because it needs to be communication. You need to hear what I'm saying, and I need to hear what you're saying. If you're yelling at me, I'm not listening. If I'm yelling at you, you're not listening. Because you can yell at me, and they're gonna try to talk harder than you, and then you can try to talk harder than me, and it can just be a big yelling match inside the house, and nobody ain't gonna hear except for the neighbors. Right? So you want to sit down, you want to sit down and have a conversation, and that is how it works. You have to be able to sit down and talk to one another. And in talking, you come to compromises. You are able to say, okay, well, babe, you're making more sense than me. Or she needs to be able to be as she needs to be able to say, you making more sense than me. It don't happen too often.
I was just about to say it, but man, don't laugh.
It needs to be able to happen.
Right.
You need to be able to see the bigger picture. You need to be able to understand where it went sideways and be able to course correct.
Right.
And the only way you can do that is to find out why one body did something or why the other body did something. And you talk. And you talk about it until you can get it resolved. And don't just come one night and play. You want to talk about it. Especially if it's a serious grievance, don't play as a one night thing and then you push that in the back because it can fester. Somebody can bring it back up. And we all know who can bring it back up. Quite ain't gonna be fella. Most of the time it be woman. We make a whole lot of things. We make a whole lot of things for years. Things is roll off fellas' backs very quickly.
Yeah,
Duck like water and ducks. Right? Correct. A good night's sleep and he forget all about that. And the only time he's remember about the situation is when she gonna bring it back up. The felt in your face.
Yeah.
You understand? So I mean, you need to be able to talk and you need to be able to genuinely forgive one another. Because if you cannot sit down and talk, and if you cannot come to a resolution, and if you cannot come to an agreement on how you are going to go forward, then by all means, go ahead separate ways. But don't think that because you say no and you talking, that's the end of that. Make sure you come to a complete resolution that you both understand. And sometimes it comes down to tears, depending on how serious it is. And gentlemen,
conversations.
Don't I had that conversation on Tuesday night. Don't be frightened of crying for a woman. I ain't frightened. I can tell you that now. I mean, she's still together. And I'm not afraid of crying in front of my woman. Not afraid. So, but also remember this. We've been together for a very long time.
Okay, that's just what I said.
Don't be the first
month. Don't be the first month for you. You're the first month in the relationship. Oh man, the woman like.
I'm gonna tell you straight up.
There you go.
Yeah, man. This is some good insight. I think it's time we go into the chat. We did ignore them a bit on Tuesday. I want to make sure that, especially with Brett here, that we can get discourse. And I see some good men in the chat. Some married or soon to be married men. Yeah. And I see some good women too. Don't let me make it seem like the women in there represent him. So, Derek, when you're ready, you could jump in the chat.
All right. Marley, in my marriage, I wanted to do the best for my husband, but I had a serious mental breakdown, so I guess the former husband gave me my pink slip. Somebody says ORH, which is my boy Kevin. Yeah, supervillain art in the making, says Steve. Time, money, energy. She's on with my snow, says Hail, Brett.
Yeah,
Anila Mama.
With my snow. Yep.
Jason.
Jason.
Griff, yeah.
Yep.
She screwed.
He used to work with that guy.
Correct. She screwed around behind his back. She is screwed, yeah, correct. She's the common denominator. Beat the brakes off, Mary.
Oh no, Kevin. I remember that comment.
I can't disagree, to be fair.
I mean.
Yeah, I'm just saying. Did you see the picture, sir? Come on. Wait, deal with it. Come on, son.
Marty said I love you so much during the 12 weeks of lockdown. We passed the halfway point.
Yep.
We hybrid out the all here.
Yeah, hybrid though. We in neutral, we just getting in the road.
Just cruising.
Yeah.
Smooth.
You can't worry about gas getting downhill.
Yeah, we had a little spike. Yeah, it was a little bit of dip. And Marty saying, do not have time to be testing nobody. These women ain't got nothing to do. My mother, shoot. Nobody got time for that shit. You know what I mean? Self-sabotage. Yeah, try Jesus, not me.
Try Jesus, not me.
I love it. Yeah, so my football team, we always come in last. Hey, come on, man. Don't diss each other. Come on, man. Doing football every week is good for the soul. Yeah, basketball is good for the soul.
I mean, it was good for the soul until the licks was.
Yeah, when the licks come in, the licks said, hey, it'll be hot.
With 4K, Dolby Sound, 7.1.
Yeah. A man said that when he was at school, he skipped to go by a girl. When he asked her the same, she said, no, I got to get my education. What you tell one? What you tell one? We spoke about this on another occasion. Do you remember?
I do remember.
Yeah. But it is March and Neil still got okay, yeah.
No, Ruben. I will not do not set shame me.
Yeah, I guess there's a man of a minute gone. Yeah, Roske Marley's gone.
Marley,
the people that representing your lights.
Yeah, man. I see Rihanna and Marley pulling me down. Thanks.
Ben says watering dead plants. He talked to me about that.
Your favorite thing. You gotta get up on a shirt.
If you so. Romel in the house, Romel Vaughn in the house.
Yeah,
she feel like in the house as well. Big out the people, man.
Yeah, man.
That rock every all the time. Man, if you know she's a gram girl, you make your own bed. If she's a gram girl, you're gonna left she to the gram. You know what I mean?
But you know, another word for the ground nowadays is the streets.
She belongs to the streets.
The streets.
When my hand, you had the finger over that.
Kill, dog. Kill. Yeah. Play street games, get street prizes. When you live together, the marriage transition is easy, says Ruben. And Ruben is another married man as well. But go get Ruben on here tonight.
You know, it's interesting right there. You know, it's interesting, right? I find it so interesting that they call us all of these names, all the S, all the G's, E's, whatever, right? But when you look at the men that tune in, when you look at the people that tune in, there are people that are married, have been married, and knows what it takes to be married. So a lot of people that avoid this space because they think that we bash women or we anti certain things when it comes to these relationships or whatever like that. It's very interesting to see. I mean, yes, these people are close friends of ours and people we've known for years, but if we was talking junk, these men didn't come in, I could tell you for a fact, if Ruben, Anton,
these men would tell
Aston, you see, they may not tune into it, then because they start being junk. So it is refreshing for me to see that men and women that are married or have been married or about to be married, you know, they at least rock with us. And this is our validation, if you understand what he's saying.
Yeah.
Right? It gives us a bit of validation to say, you know, we may not be married, man. We may not be, you know, we can't put married or other up on a relationship thing. We got to put single. But for men that are misogynist and sexist and antiquated in their thoughts, we hold audience to a lot of very...
We got to find a way to put S on the end of antiquated.
Antiquated
this. He's already on the other S. We got to find another S, man.
Antiquated this. All the S, man. Chauvinist. All the is. Yeah, man.
Yeah, Stacey Andrews. This is the first time we're seeing you in here.
That name look familiar.
You love watching these. We appreciate you,
Thank you so very much.
Truly do.
Facts.
Yeah. You can have an account for bills while still having your own. Rihanna says no joint account, please. No, please. Yeah, I don't feel real afraid for the joint account thing, but as Marlon is saying, have a joint account for the purpose of paying your bills.
Yeah.
Right, but that's what I mean. I was gonna ask Rihanna why she says no, please, but what's so wrong with having a joint account? Well, I got a joint account, but that joint account, like we say, is mostly for bills.
Right, you put your whole paycheck in there. You're gonna be crazy to put your whole paycheck in there.
I mean, what we do is well, at least with her and myself, you know, it's bills, right, and probably like a little extra for anything that might happen.
Right.
not just eating. No, I talking about
like emergency.
We drive a car. Things is happening.
Yep, car's back. No,
let me rephrase that. I just drive a car. Things is happening. Right. I mean, things has happened, and you may have to dip into the account in terms of doing stuff for the house. I mean, one of the windows in this house here dropped out the other day, just like that, just so, and we got them funny little three thing windows here.
Oh yeah.
Got the three things, and one of the panes dropped right out, just normal, so shoot, and it was from upstairs, so it dropped and it shattered.
Done. Find another.
Got to pay for.
Yep.
You gotta pay for it. That could come with the joint account. Things like that has happened. I mean, the ain't nothing wrong with having a joint account. We're not saying take your, as Neil said, take your entire paycheck and put it into the joint account and then expect and then you don't want it done and the man run off with all your money. Nah, that's not. I don't want to do that. Don't be foolish.
And then also to add to that, Brett, we're not saying, cause if you got a joint account and you went and you go and buy a PlayStation 5 or you go and do a girl trip with you girls or whatever, you take it for your joint account. When the lights go off, the lights off.
The lights off.
You know what I'm saying?
That's it.
Then you can't put gas in the car, we can't eat. We can sit there in darkness and say, look at you and your decisions. You know what I mean? So
there you go. You play the PlayStation 5. How?
All right, then.
Exactly.
Oh,
exactly. In darkness. You know what I mean? But I find that is so many people's position on it. That fear mentality. Like, oh Lord, they can get taken. Somebody can rob me. And if you set it yourself to get robbed, you can get robbed. You know what I mean? But as this, the boy say that you put all your money in the account and walk there, left it. No. You know what I mean?
No, don't do that.
You put things in place to ensure that, you know,
this
is how we operating. Yeah. Right? But you're still going to be able to operate as if you are indeed bringing the lives together. Because that's what it's about. When you talk about marriage, right? Shoot. I ain't the big before that marriage. I can tell one of that's what it's about. Bringing your life together. And if you go do that, that's what you're doing. You know, right. But we don't want to get married, not me. What is the people that are afraid to do this thing? Come on, man. Come on. Yeah? So, Cherish, you have to put on your mask first, then help others. Be happy with yourself, and you would be able to find a person to be happy with. That's straight up.
Sounds like she's be watching the show.
So sounds so. You would end up making better choices for sure. Emotional damage. Some skip down there in the snow. Get going.
Cherish. You got Cherish here.
Yeah. Person should be adding to you. Nobody don't like to get the energy sucked out of you. That's a fact. Some other things, not the energy.
Yeah, man.
Like challenge of the person who ain't for you. Yeah.
Yeah, but at the same time, don't forget, you know, in a relationship, it doesn't know you. So yeah, the person should be added to you, but you gotta be willing to add to that person.
Facts.
So remember that.
Yeah.
Lyrics.
Yeah, and those considering marriage, you need separate strip club money. Correct, Kevin? Keep your strip club money separate.
You, Kevin, man, it sound real good.
Lee Holy put the
all right, there. You so real good.
Rihanna says free enough if it's just for bills. I can understand that. Steve, interesting point Brett made about the car. Is it seen as his car or the family car?
Oh, it's the family car. It's definitely family car. Family car. It's not my car. Trust me, it's the family car.
Kevin, and children love to smell money. As they got 2 cents, they get sick. That's a fact. That's a fact.
Well, I can't. I guess I've been fortunate.
That's true.
Yeah,
that's true. Brett brought the fight out.
Oh
no! I found those already, sir. I found those already, sir.
Oh shoot!
Sir, 4 days old. I found out.
Brett photo already. Yeah. Cherish, I prefer a joint account. Keep the family business separate. Steve, his wife doesn't drive. Straight up, she does not drive. What I'm at it wants, says Lee. Lee obviously agree with me in terms of sharing some lashes in that house.
No, before you go on there, so there's another question I remember we normally ask. It seems the married people that come on, and I'm going to ask you, Brett. Now, obviously, you and your wife have been together for quite some time. Since you guys have been together, so many things have changed on the landscape of dating and in these relationship streets, social media streets, all these streets. They're so different from when you and your wife would have gotten together. Now, let me ask you, from your perspective, and obviously in your words, in your opinion, how has the dating realm changed, and how do you, what do you think is the problem, and is there any way that I could come about it? I know Ross usually asks, Farley, that is a contributor to our show. He usually asks, where do you see this whole man-woman thing in 5-10 years? So it'd be interesting just to get your perspective on the whole dating thing nowadays, and where you see things in the future?
I don't know if it's that old fashioned or what, but I find a lot of it is now done same way we here having this conversation.
Virtually.
Is a lot of virtual hooking up, and I think a lot of the challenge has been taken out of it. Well, I guess different challenges, no, but because think about it, when we were younger and we want to talk to a girl, we had to muster up the courage to go and do it.
Cody.
You gotta muster up the courage to go and do it, right? Nowadays, I see this every day. Men just walk up to women, hand them the phone, women just put the number in the phone, and that's
what you want to do? What you want to do?
You understand? So I mean, and that's what you see nowadays. Like it's just baffled me. And then people linking up on the different dating apps. They hooking up. Was Tinder now? Tinder.
They got Tinder. They got bar of kettle of fish also.
Plenty of fish.
Plenty of fish. Oh, you see, I don't know them neither. I
can't help you. Right. But I know that the personal aspect of it. People breaking up with a text nowadays. Yeah, we done. That's accepted. Can't even break up in person no more.
Emotional damage.
Social damage.
Imagine. I have been. Wait, hold on. Any of y'all have ever been broken up with by text? I know, Brett, you've been in it long.
I have not.
Right.
I haven't.
I have been broken up by text, and I can assure you that is some emotional damage. Oh, bless.
Savage, B.
But man,
savage.
It was Blackberry times, B. Blackberry times, and this was 2 days before my birthday. The woman said, "Yeah, I can't do this no more," and I like.
Don't they install a biblioteca?
As my son is do, I see you play it as well. Ross hitting me in my face, B.
There can be church.
Yeah, B. And as my son is,
that's it, Mace.
No.
And as my son is do, right, like whenever we playing, and my son say he dead, right, my son is do so all up. Months later, he told out, and I'd be like, "Where you get this from?" The boss say, "Dead, daddy." My tongue out. I like that. Trust, I believe that's not how it goes, but you will learn. Anyhow, so yeah, so go. Sorry, there, Brett. I didn't mean to.
Miller say get down via what is that too?
Yeah, be like that.
What? I just say broke up via they just smoke bomb.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that story. I still give the woman do a what's the Naruto thing? The Shippuden or something.
The jutsu.
Yeah, disappear. Oh, bleh, in the middle of the night. Oh, bleh.
Yeah, I mean, like I don't know how. Well, I'm pretty sure like if it did come to that, I would be able to survive. In the dating arena, no, it's just I would not be going about it like how these nowadays, man. I can't get. I am not a social media person. I've never been big on social media, so I have my social media accounts, and I just go and post a picture every once in a blue moon or thereabouts. But as for being able to, I see people on social media like all the time, consistently posting, and I'm like, where are they getting the time to live? What they living doing? Is it that they're just setting up for a one shot all the time and they're just posting that and then getting in the toilet and taking a dump? I don't know.
Probably post that too.
Don't know.
The age we live in, you know.
I have seen somebody post that already, by the way, but anyhow.
That's just nasty, man.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, it is a very interesting time that we live in, and I can't promise you that I don't know if I got the energy or effort for it. That's truth. I ain't saying that I close off to the idea of certain things. But gosh darn it, these streets are dark and lonely.
If in this relationship here that I mean does not work, does not work out, right? I could probably end up on the same Tinder just hooking up.
And that's the thing, you know.
I don't think
I was thinking about that, you know. Like I think that when I fully give up, I think that might like I can just be like, you want to. Yeah, be like when you fully give up, right? Like when you're really done with that, right? I feel you can be at a point where you just, you know, you just be on Tinder and these apps, or you know, I like long walks on the beach and this. Look, I just looking to get, you understand? I got half off for you.
Like Dan Corey.
Here comes the dog.
Dan Corey. Easy. One of long walks on the beach night, so man, like Dan Corey. You know what we're talking about.
You know what I come here for. You understand? But it real rough.
In a race involved.
In a race. It rough, and I think that I ain't gonna lie to you.
Here comes the Dan. Dan, girl.
Of course. Of course. Of course.
I got nothing but doggy and doggy and doggy and rice. Doggy and doggy and doggy and rice. Doggy and doggy and doggy and rice. Telling swear God, not that I'm not nice, but
Yo.
I am not surprised. I am
not either. I know you got that.
I see Miller got meat go pull. You don't start here because he pull up too. He pull up too. Yeah, man, it rough in these streets, but you know, as I was telling for real, as I was telling somebody that the good thing about it is, and you know what,
it's true.
No, Derek, I am gonna mute you. I am gonna mute you. I'm gonna mute you. I'm gonna mute you. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Madam bad. Brutal.
For real. Having too much fun.
Too much fun. But yeah, with the same internet age though, we gotta recognize that it gives us the opportunity to do things. I do love this space. I do love having people like you, Brett, on here that we could talk the things, because at the end of the day, a lot of people would like to believe, especially women, that men are no good and men are not about committed relationships, which is funny because it seems like and it's not that we're curating a special list of men, the creme de la creme, and bringing married men on here. These are the men that are available. These are the men that are willing to come in the space. We ask women to come, they don't come. We ask other men to come, they don't come. So the point is that this space and the online part of it, it allows us to have these conversations. And as I say, Derek and I, we do this because hard conversations need to be had. Right? For like we seeing a shift of belief and mentality. I literally saw last night on a video the same, which name Danny Deuces. Danny Deuces get point eight on the seat table. Table, telling people how one if she choose to cheat on she man, she ain't gonna be disrespectful. She can cheat on she man. She ain't gonna let him man come in she face, or she ain't gonna let him man do anal. She can, you know, cheat respectfully. The mom might bang she over here and there, but she ain't gonna cheat disrespectfully.
Hold on. She's going to what?
Brett.
She's going to cheat to respect.
Yeah. The woman said, yeah, if I can cheat on my man, I ain't gonna let nobody disrespect my man or disrespect me. I ain't gonna let him man break in my face, or I ain't gonna let him man. And they're like, madam, we are justifying, we are quantifying cheating now. So cheating ain't ready cheating unless a man break his face.
So when the man out there, as you would put, you know, when the man out there, he's not disrespecting your man. The man all down in the gut.
The man down in the guts, be. The man down in the mind go. The man down in the conky. So like, so it's like there is a belief, there's a justification. You know, there, and I know we see what's going on. I think a lot of people, not only men but women too, seeing the BS that being justified out here as a means to empower and to discern some sort of dissonance when it comes to the man-woman thing. But I like conversations like this. I like conversations like Derek always brings. Derek takes care of all the talking points. You know, I may make a suggestion here or there, but that's very rarely, because I trust Derek. As I say, I submit to him in that regard. And I think that
extraordinary.
Yeah, boy. The man is the Geraldo of the streets, you know. Listen, it's man so hard. The man, look, the other day we do a short, right? No, we do a short. Yes, Stephen Phillips. My man did a short, right, where he just saw one clip, one meme, one article of a man, and the man sitting there saying it, adding up. My man went and dig deeper, like he did digging up, but the man family and thing. The man find a whole expose this short, but this man be, and they like, You got the time and the energy, brother. Me no. The other day, no, we were.
You can't just let it low. You got to give it context.
Yeah. But here, tune. The other day, no, Derek shared a text with me, and they said, "Nah, boy, I can do research." And they dig and dig and dig, and they say, "You know what? I got energy for this. This ain't for me. This ain't it. I ain't got your stamina." You see, Derek, like, honestly speaking, all people don't understand, right? I know people just like to say, well, Neil used to do like streaming and things like that, right? But y'all don't understand. I do not have the stomach Derek got to get away. This mud, you know. Look, Derek got the stomach, the time, and the energy.
He's probably entertained.
Yeah, Derek like foolishness, so.
Yeah.
Brett understand very well what I was on.
Yeah, for sure.
Brett, I think very similarly, right? Brett have very little tolerance for ignorance, right? Brett has very little tolerance.
But hold on, you said that.
I laugh at foolishness. Brett ain't got tolerance for it.
Okay, cause I don't got tolerance for foolishness. But you come and
laugh.
No,
but he will laugh.
You know, Brett, let me tell you something about Derek.
For sure.
Let me tell you let me tell you the story about Derek. I can tell you people about the story about Derek. Now, when Derek and I were very best friends at Queen's College, to the point where we did everything together. Now, Derek and I used to sit down together in full form. And Derek is a man that during math exam, right, in class, the man used to hawk up. And he knocked him. I said, look at me, look at it, right? Like, y'all don't understand, you know. This is start like last year, August, you know. This man been tormenting me for decades. The man like, Neil. I look across it, what? Man said, look at it, green, look. There is entertained by foolishness. He's entertained, especially when it comes to the human condition. He is fascinated by the ignorance people do. You know, I gotta tell you.
But you see that, and this way when certain things is happening, right? It's called Derek. I called Derek the other day. Yeah, I was very true for fast food establishment since we are YouTube and we don't want
right.
I was at very true for a fast food establishment, and I heard and this is not a customer, you know, this is when people working in the establishment, right? I go to collect my things from the window. She passes me the things, and the window is still open, and she's talking to her co-worker, and she uses the word vanilla.
wait, that what? Valina?
She said it. She Valina. She said it once, right? My eyebrow went up, and I'm like, man, that was not a happy mistake, right? So I continued. I just put it because I grabbed the things and I turned. And as I was turning, she said it, and it kind of stopped. I kind of gives you the all right. Maybe I didn't hear right. So I put all the things and I get ready to move off now. And she said it again. She said it twice. The same word, Valina.
All right.
And I normally when it's something right, Derek knows this, right? But I just thought it was cute. Very good night, everyone. Even then I drive off.
I need context.
I immediately called Derek.
What's a Valina?
Let's turn that over to the chat. Folks, tell us what a Valina is.
You know that I just work it out in my head. I literally just work it out.
Okay.
Like I just work it out.
What is
what they rank it?
Yeah, Valina. And you have no idea how long it took me to learn to say that word because I had to learn to say it. Every time I tried to say it, I actually said vanilla. I had to learn to say Valina.
Yeah, I can't get to.
No, it's difficult to do.
Yeah.
That's every night.
Yes, boy. Yes, sir. Great night is another great night. Lee, I'm sorry that you were eating and I had to tell the story of. But you know what? I'm not sorry because they said talking is healing for the soul, right? And I got to talk the things of how Derek tormented me now for the last 30 years. So I can talk the things.
It's been a while.
Yeah, man. But I enjoy it. Brett, I want to thank you so very much for coming on the show and
thank you for having me, fellas, man.
Sharing your experience and everything, that especially knowing that you have a little one there. So we really do appreciate it, especially anytime a married man that comes on the show and he can speak about his marriage, a successful working marriage at that. We really do appreciate it. And of course, he was good people. You know, you're always down for a little skinty and a laugh. So we appreciate that, man. So, you know, as whenever you're free, anytime we got a topic that we feel that we could, you know, you can lend your voice, or if you want to call in again, you're always welcome. That is no problem. And yeah, that is it. Ladies and gentlemen, you have been watching the Senate podcast. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Just like, comment, share, subscribe. Let me Brett usually does this, but I'm gonna do it. We are okay, good. The likes and the we looking about even.
We're working out.
Yeah, we're working out.
Oh.
The mathematicking, right? So, ladies and gentlemen, every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday we do the Senate shorts. Every Tuesdays and Thursdays we do the live stream. The Senate shorts are a bit lighter, a little bit more comical and absurd, but we still try to disseminate some semblance of information and knowledge in that. And then we have the live stream where we really talk the things. As I say, me and Derek, we done we never dipsy doodle, but we done slow bowling. We ain't bowling no more spin. It's pure pace because we realize that there are a lot of things out there that needs to be talked about. Oh, I see Kevin voting Lee for her next.
Yeah, ain't Darcy out there.
Oh,
ain't Darcy.
Lee in the
She's a challenge denied.
yeah, Lee in the next bedroom saying challenge. I bet to the land on the next to one another. Like, Mama, hush your mom in here. Can't put a show for that minute. Anyhow, Derek, close us out, my brother.
Yeah, man. First, it's been great. We had a great time. Thank you, my brother, Brett. Appreciate it as always. Yeah, I got a Brett story. I'll share just to show how much idiot Brett really is. So we met him before.
Good luck, do your thing.
We went to a gig at an establishment which shall remain nameless. And at said gig, there was a stall with a lady sampling some wine, right? So Brett and I go to said stall to get some wine samples. We approach the woman says, hey, we have Pinot Grigio and Merlot. So now me, I'm managing my expressions. This idiot is asking me, I beg your pardon? So no, I gotta try though to get he to start from talking, encouraging the woman. I hold it together at the same time. That is Brett for you.
Yeah, I can see
Call
Brett.
me one night. Call me one night. Call another one. Call me one night. Marsh. You saw you on the bed with going on? Listen. I hear so in a restaurant that shall remain nameless. And the body in front of me order a gourmet burger. I try not to let myself in the line.
Gourmet burger, and I instantly lost it.
He's behind the woman, you know. He is behind the woman. I called me. All conspiratorial. Harsh.
Bossy tried not to vet himself.
That's Brett for you. So Brett, I appreciate it, brother. Thank you so much for coming through. I'm blessing the show.
Anytime, my brother. Anytime.
Folks, we had a good night. It's been a blast as usual. You know, you can ignore reality all you want, but you cannot ignore the consequences of ignoring reality, right? Neil and I, we don't make any rules. We just make sure you know what they are, right? Be the best version of you for you. We are going to see y'all again very soon. We got a short coming tomorrow. Ain't too sure which one it is. I'll find out just at y'all. So look up for short. Yeah, look up for short coming tomorrow. Neil, I think Neil was telling me we got we want to touch back on Leah Thomas. You know, we got the whole big thing with her.
Oh yeah.
Her trying the swim of that transition.
Yeah, we're working for that. Don't worry. I got the files. I just gotta put it together. Like
yeah, that's a big thing now. But I want you all to know we on here in the Senate. We covered that months ago, right? So we ahead of the curve. Just saying. Yeah, you know, come talk. Be here every since. So folks, look up for the shorts tomorrow. We can see you all here again next week, Tuesday. Yeah. Stay safe out there, guys. Remember.
Contaminated environment. In the 2 about that.
We see you all again next week. Later.
Peace and love.